Good morning, beautiful souls.
Good morning.
I'm Alison Ellison, and I'm grateful to serve as your MC this morning. Welcome to our Sunday celebration here at the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living in this beautiful community of Apple Valley, California. And now it's time for hugs and handshakes. This is a time to honor and celebrate one another in gratitude and oneness. For this next song, those of you who would like to join in are welcome to get up from your seat, exchange a handshake or a hug, greet each other. The choice is yours. All right, have fun, everyone, and take it away, Chris.
Oh, that was fun.
Wow. That was great. We are an all-inclusive center of love. We recognize and celebrate each person as a unique and divine. We view each individual as an expression of the one spirit in all. Together, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone. Here at the High Desert Center for Spiritual Living, we teach and embody the science of mind principles that support our core values, which are love, healing, spiritual growth, oneness, abundance, service, and diversity. Welcome home. Thank you to everyone for joining us online as well, and say hello in the chat box and let us know where you're watching from and how you're doing today. We love to connect with you, and we're glad you're here. Now I invite everyone to please join me in reading our opening community affirmation. It's in your program on the left side and also up on the monitors. I believe in one power, one living spirit, one indestructible, absolute, and self-existing cause. I believe that spirit expresses through me and is the unity of all life. I believe that all thought is creative, and how I choose to think creates my personal experience, and so it is. So now, is there anyone joining us today for the very first time? If so, please raise your hand so we can welcome you. There you go. There. Welcome. Nice to see you. Thanks. Thank you for being with us today. If you don't already have a welcome package, you can pick one up outside the double doors on the right in the sanctuary, in the garden room. Thank you. All the ways you can connect with the center can be found on the back of your program. I don't have my program, so I can't hold it up. So please take it home and keep it handy and connect with the office if you have any questions. Before we get to the announcements, I would like to invite Angie to come up. She's from the nomination committee.
Oops, I'm sorry, I stepped on her foot. Good morning. I was up here a couple of weeks ago talking about nominations for the Board of Trustees, which will be held January 28th. And we've already received a couple of applications, so thank you to those that have submitted. We have room for more, though. So we do have applications and board requirements on the concierge table where Liz is seated. And if you were on the fence and Spirit's kind of nudging you a little that maybe this might be something you'd like to do, but you have questions, I strongly would suggest you come to the board meeting today. It's right after the services and kind of see what it's all about. If you have any questions, see me, Clay, Emily, Anka, Lori. And Brandy, of course. You can submit your applications to us or to Brandy, and she'll put them in the office for me. And I believe that was it. So thank you very much.
All right.
Thank you, Angie, and to the entire nomination committee. It's now time for announcements. Current events happening at our center can be found online and at the concierge table, which is updated regularly, so check back often as we're always adding new and more exciting opportunities. Today, after service, we will have our monthly board meeting. All are welcome to grab a beverage and a seat in the social hall after service, and our meeting will begin shortly. We will also be serving pizza and salad during the meeting for those who would like to stay and join us. Also, we want to let you know that the copies of our current HDCSL bylaws are available in the hallway leading into the social hall. If anyone would like a copy, then take it home. Tomorrow, Monday, December 18th, we have our biweekly Women's Empowerment Group happening at 10:30. This will be the last gathering in December. The dates for January are on the concierge table for those interested in attending. Also, I was supposed to announce that Tina's,
There it is.
it's up there? Oh, good. Tina's fifth agreement class will be on Monday, tomorrow night at 6 p.m., and it will continue to be on Mondays for those who are attending that class. All right, this Wednesday, December 20th, we have our monthly drum circle with shamanic practitioner Janet Amby. The doors open at 6:45. She begins promptly at 7, so make sure you get here before 7. The participation fee is $10. Bring a yoga mat or a blanket to lie down. There will also be chairs available for those who need it. And then the solstice group meditation that Judy will be facilitating on Wednesday, the 20th, has some spots available, open at 11 a.m. However, the Thursday group is full. This is a love offering and limited to 8 people each day. You can find the sign up ahead in the guardian room. See Judy if you have any questions. Next Sunday, December 24th, we are having a special Christmas Eve candle lighting service with Reverend Valerie at our normal time at 10 a.m. The Sunday social team will be providing hot chocolate and ginger treats during the fellowship in the social hall after service for those that would like to stay. We have a few more additions to the lineup, and here they are. Ecstatic Dance Night happening Saturday, December 30th from 6 to 9 p.m. This is a $10 suggested love offering, and it's open to all ages, and kids 16 and under are free. You're welcome to invite your friends and family, too, for a great time. See Brandy if you have any questions, or grab a flyer from the concierge table. The next morning, Sunday, December 31st, at 4 a.m., we have our World Peace Meditation Gathering led by Reverend Valerie Reeves, followed by a breakfast potluck. We have a sign-up sheet available for those interested in bringing something. And then we have our regular scheduled Sunday morning event starting 9:30 as usual. Again, that is Sunday, December 31st. A lot of things happening here. We have a lot of great events happening at this center, and we look forward to having a wonderful time together. Now I invite Lori to come up and share a few more announcements. Lori?
Right.
Oh.
Thank you, Allison. I'm here to talk about the Foundations of Science of Mind class that is coming up next month. It's starting on the 7th. It's going to be 10 weeks, and it's very important. It's an essential course for you if you want to be a member, if you want to be part of the board. You need to be part of this class in order to be considered for the board this time. So it's very important class that I'm really encouraging you to join. It is the foundation of our philosophy. And yes, this is a philosophy. And so you have an opportunity to learn and grow and to integrate what the speakers say during Sunday service. If you're interested in wanting to know more when they speak about principles and practices of this teaching, this is what you want to know more about. That's where this class comes in. This is so valuable, so important, and I'm speaking to everyone in this room. Also, if you have a friend that you'd like to bring with you, we'd love to have anybody and everybody in this class. It is very important. The intention is to move this understanding from your head to your heart. And this is where you get to become and feel and learn and grow and be more powerful, more strong in your understanding and awareness of life itself. There is so much more to you that you get to delve into in this class. It is powerful. It doesn't come around very often. It is so vital to everyone who comes into this center to learn more about us. And for those who want to become members, the next slide, please, Nick, is the CSL 101 Discovery event, and that is on the 14th. That's the second Sunday of January. Everybody that isn't already a member should be attending this. It's only half an hour. It'll be here in the sanctuary, and it's also going to tell you everything that we do here, what we're about, who we are, and get to know us, get to know what this center is about. And it's about being a volunteer. Maybe you want to step up and be just a little bit more, do a little bit more here. The class is, and the membership is so important to becoming a leader in this center. If you have things you want to do in this center, changes you'd like to make, you want to become part of the board. That's where things happen. And so I'm encouraging you to come to this, bring a friend to this CSL Discovery class. If you have somebody who says, what is that church about? Bring them here, bring them here. It's only a half an hour after service on the 14th. I'm looking forward to seeing all of you in my class, all of you at CSL 101, and everyone is welcome. Even if you're already a member, you can still come to CSL 101 and experience what we have to offer here, what we're about. More information is at the concierge desk and the sign-ups also for both the CSL 101 and the foundation class. It is the foundation of life. It truly is. And thank you for listening. And now your practitioner emeritus, Frank St.Clair.
Good morning, everyone. I'm your practitioner for the day. I'd like you to join me in speaking our affirmation for this week. I think you will find it on the screens up here right now. I'll read it once through, and then if you'll join me for 2 repetitions, please. I call into my conscious awareness the highest and the best for me now. Is that okay? You join me now, please? I call into my conscious awareness the highest and best for me now. One more time. I call into consciousness, awareness, the highest and best for me right now. That's a great way to start your day. I love it. Okay, I think now we'll be talking about Dr. Ernest Holmes' promises, which you'll find up also on the screen and on your program. If you will join me, please. It starts off with, I keep the promise that I have made myself to affirm in this moment that I am abundant, healthy, strong, and happy. I keep the intention to daily speak this truth to my inner soul, telling it that it is wonderful and marvelous, that it is one with the great cause of life, truth, power, and action. I whisper these things into my soul until it breaks forth into songs of joy with the realization of its limitless possibilities. I assure my soul. We'll have a short contemplation time. I would now like to invite Paula Gharib up to help us with our ceremony, lighting the flames of faith. We perform the Flames of Faith ceremony to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all peoples and all faiths, all beings, come from the one great universal presence, which we call Spirit. The unity candle represents the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. We light the first candle for the shamanic tradition, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the second candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light the third candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light the fourth candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light the 5th candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the 4 noble truths and the path of compassion. We light the 6th candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light the 7th candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of compliance with the will of God as the highest calling. We light the 8th candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. We light the 9th candle, acknowledging all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. We light the 10th candle for inclusivity, affirming that all are welcome here. And as Paula lights the healing candle, please put silently into the light names of loved ones, knowing that they have the experience of Spirit's eternal love. And so it is. If you will join me now in prayer. We acknowledge the universal presence, called by many God in this country. We acknowledge this presence in our lives as we are divine sparks from this divine fire. We call consciously into mind the aspects of God as peace, love, joy, humor, vibrant health, community. And we embody these ideas as we consciously connect with Spirit. For we are its representatives, its hearts and hands here on this physical plane of human experience. In gratitude for this understanding of our divine mission, each of us, to be a representative of spiritual love and peace on this plane, I speak words of gratitude for our choir, for our office staff, for our guest speakers and ministers, for our practitioners, for our capital improvement group, and those who serve in maintaining our facility here, and perhaps most importantly, our kitchen crew. Gratitude at this time of year is heightened and is part of our expression of understanding the wholeness of ourselves and our community. And as we contemplate these ideas in prayer, we become a vibrant, joyful expression of Spirit in our personal lives, in our families, in our community, and in our world. And so it is, and so we are, and we always shall be. Amen.
Oh, that's okay.
Almost made it. I'd like to now introduce our returning guest speaker, Reverend Valerie Reeves.
That's okay. I would have come up. Thank you. I would have come up anyway. Good morning.
Morning.
I'm declaring it as the best day ever, because that's what I like to declare every day as we jump out of bed. Best day ever. Ah, yes. So I am talking about wholeness today. And so I'd like you to take a moment and just look at your feet.
Maybe you like your shoes, maybe you don't, but I want you to think about everything that's inside of your shoes, your whole body. You are the present, and many times we get so focused on the past and the future that we're not being present in our body. I remember a great author, John Bradshaw, who said, you know, all these New Agers that want to have these out-of-body experiences, he's like, I just want to have an in-body experience, right? So being fully present in our bodies. So what I'm talking about today is wholeness. And I have a great talk that I've put together, but it got sidetracked this morning when I went to Starbucks. It's one of my favorite places. So I usually mobile order. I'm one of those. Mobile order so I can just walk in, get my drink, and walk out. Say, thank you. Have a great day. So I get there, and it's not ready. And there's a lady that I've run into. She's like me. She gets there and grabs her drink and goes. But she's made a comment a few times about my purse, and so we've had a few conversations. And so she came in, and she's like, oh, there you are. You've got my purse. I'm thinking I'm going to give it to her one of these days. So it says, follow your heart on it. And she saw that, and so we got in a conversation. She said, are you heading to church? I said, yes, I am. And I said, are you? And she's like, yes, I am. She said, what church do you go to? And I said, I go to the Center for Spiritual Living. Oh, where's that? I've never heard of that before. I'm like, how long has this been up here? Like 50, 60, 70 years? Yeah. So I explained to her where it was, and she said, oh, I thought that was Scientology. I said, oh, perhaps obviously you do not know who we are. I said, no, definitely not. That is not. We are beautiful, conscious, loving beings that accept all paths to God. Oh, she said, well, you know, I go to the main church here in town. It's the big one. We have a service at 9 and 11, and, you know, we followed the truth. Oh, it still baffles me. I think I was 8 years old, and my mom used to send us across the field. She was still in her pajamas and in bed, sending us across the field to the Baptist church, Kenwood Baptist Church in Chadron, Nebraska. So we'd go over there and see these pictures of, you know, a cross with somebody nailed up to it, and just things that didn't make sense to me. And they were talking about you're sinners. And I wasn't feeling really good when I left. And the one day they gave us a Bible and said, take this home to your mother and return when she comes with you. I'm like, oh, yikes, okay. So we gave it to Mom, but I thought, you know, something doesn't feel right here. And all the things that we've learned in life, to think of something separate from us, that God Spirit, that energy, is the energy that flows through all of us. So definitely we jumped on some different paths. And I am so grateful for this center and the Centers for Spiritual Living, because it taught me who I am, and it's a forever process. I did notice myself jumping into a little bit of judgment as she was judging, and I thought, no, everyone's on their own perfect path. And so I greeted her and I said, you know, whatever path somebody has is right and perfect for them, so that's what I'm knowing. And she said, yeah, me too. And then she started talking about all the drama in her life. Because I said I moved up here because my granddaughters are up here, and I just wanted to spend time with them. She started talking about all her drama. And I thought, I live drama-free. And it's because of this philosophy, this teaching, because we create our own reality. And if we want to create drama, whoa, baby, we can create it, right? But what if we want to have a beautiful, peaceful life and manifest good things in our life? This is the place to come. And honor all paths, absolutely, but also know the power of the divine spirit that flows through us. We teach here that thoughts are things. It's like a boomerang. Goes out there, comes back. I know some of you don't know me very well, and so I'm going to tell a story that some of you have probably heard already, because it gave me the understanding of how powerful our words are. They're like boomerangs that go out there and come back, manifested in a way that's right and perfect for us. So we want to be mindful of our thoughts, our words, our focus, our attention. So I was introduced to this philosophy in high school. And during that time, the movie Grease came out. Most of us have seen the movie Grease. Well, there's a line in the movie that one of the girls says in the cafeteria that I kept saying over and over and over again. Drove my sister absolutely bananas. I'll tell you what it is in just a moment. But fast forward 5 years into the future, I'm engaged to be married. I own a restaurant with my fiancé. I had picked out a very expensive diamond ring, and so we had it on layaway. So on my birthday, he decided to surprise me, bring it to me, while I'm working at the restaurant. It wasn't sized yet, but I gotta show everybody my diamond. So I'm running around table to table, and as you do in restaurants, we got busy. So I'm setting up the salad bar, I'm waiting on customers, shaking hands, kissing babies, rolling silverware, flipping burgers, and I threw away some trash. And my ring is gone. So I'm digging through the trash, it's not there. I'm going table to table, I'm going everywhere. I even looked in the sink. And I didn't do any dishes that day, but you know what? It might have went somewhere. I'm looking everywhere, and I cannot find it. I'm crying, I'm getting very emotional. And I remembered my mother always said, nothing's ever lost, it's only misplaced. So, as we do, you have to close up because we have to be back at 6 in the morning to open up. So, cried, did another last look, everyone was looking, couldn't find it. So I went home just knowing. Cried a lot through the night, got there the next day, I'm setting up the salad bar. Now, the day before, I had made about 10 salads. Carrot salad, Jello salad, Waldorf salad, macaroni salad, potato salad. I'm putting the macaroni salad in a dish, and there's my diamond in the macaroni salad. Right? This is crazy. So I called my sister, and I told her the whole thing, what had happened. And being the metaphysical genius that she is, she said, well, duh. Remember that line from the movie Grease? I lost my diamond in the macaroni salad. What? Yeah. So it's like opportunity meets the macaroni salad. And it couldn't have been the potato salad, the Jello salad, because I lost my diamond in the macaroni salad. And in that moment, words are powerful. We have to be careful of the things that we're saying out there. And I had a friend this last week who knew this story, and she had lost her diamond. And so I'm like, okay, what have you said about your ring before? And so she backtracked, and she did find it, but she didn't remember. She just did remember the story. So making sure that we're being mindful of the words that we're saying because we are creating our own reality. So we want to make sure that we're saying good, positive things about ourselves. And because we are all connected, we also want to say loving, positive things about other people. You spot it, you got it. So I want to make sure that I'm seeing the good in other people. And so when I had that interaction this morning, it's like she's a beautiful, wonderful, amazing person, and I'm knowing she's on her own perfect path. Yet we can discern, because I was thinking, oh, I could have a new friend here. And it's like, yeah, after all the drama, I'm going to discern that that's probably not an area I want to go, right? So we discern what's good in our lives because we want to surround ourselves with people that are loving, that are positive, that are excited about life, and that feel good about who they are. It's one of those things, if you don't love yourself, you can't give that love away. It's like if I want to give somebody a bag of oranges, I can't give it to them unless I have it to give. If I don't have that love to give, I can't give it away. So I want to make sure that I am really being mindful of the things that I think about, the things that I do, and the things that I say. So in the wholeness, Ernest Holmes says this: true healing involves aligning with the innate wholeness within ourselves, that divine wholeness that just flows. Recognizing our inherent spiritual completeness can positively impact physical, mental, and emotional well-being. When we recognize our wholeness, our divinity, our love, and then we just share that and be that, then life just gets better and we become like a magnet because we are vibrational beings vibrating at a certain level. Might be the level of drama, and then I just get more of that. Might be the level of love, and I get more of that. And the level of love, wholeness, and pure and perfect spirit. And accepting ourselves just as we are and just as we aren't. Because we are whole, perfect, complete as we are. I was listening about bees, because bees are pretty amazing. They keep the hive going, and bees have been around since the dinosaurs. Bees are pretty amazing. In fact, if I had more space, I'd get a beehive. Have some bees around because they are so amazing. So there's only one queen. There's usually about 200 of these, as they've studied bees, there's about 200 males that they call drones, that their main job is to protect the queen. They work together in harmony, and then they have all these worker bees, which are the women, yeah, the worker bees. Just saying. Everybody's job is important. But the worker bees, some of them are in there to kind of heal the hive by taking out any of the bees that are sick, that are dying, keep it clean. So they kind of are housekeepers. Then you have the bees that go out and get the pollen so that everybody can be fed. And you've got the bees that when it's too hot in there, they get little drops of water and they flap their wings in a way to cool down the hive. And then you've got the other bees that when it gets too cold, they shake their bodies in a certain way to warm up the space. Everybody has a job. Everybody is important. Without one of them, the hive would not survive. So knowing that everyone brings something valuable to the table is the most important thing to know about life. Everyone is bringing something valuable. I had a great teaching lesson this morning. It was a reminder how blessed I am and how happy I am, and how obviously some people do not know who we are. So we definitely want to get that memo out there because it is definitely different. We honor all paths. And one of the things that I love, because this is a life philosophy, when Ernest Holmes took the studies of Jesus, took the studies of Buddha, took the studies of all the great philosophers, Socrates, so many great philosophers, Emerson, Troward, brought them all together and put together this wonderful philosophy to transform lives, build dreams, reveal love, to let people know how important they are and how important their thoughts are, how important their emotions are, because it's bringing to them certain things like magnets. He wanted it to be just teaching centers. But people found that there was so much spirituality, you couldn't deny it. So let's have a spiritual community that comes together. Now, we are not in competition with any church. We are different. People can still go to their religion that they love and then come here for philosophy because it's a great philosophy. What you think about, you bring about. And Ernest Holmes wanted the centers. I always say the V for the vortex. Although my son-in-law is a CHP helicopter pilot that flies up here in the high desert. And when I first came up here back in 2014, I said, "Did you notice how they put that V up there for Valerie?" He's like, "Did they really?" I'm like, "No." I cannot tell a lie. No, I like to think of it as vortex, but that's like spirit ascending into each and every one of us. And then we have our body, our soul, the conscious, the subconscious, and the conscious. And so consciously wanting to make sure that we are creating a life that we love, it's a daily practice. With the vortex, I like to think of it as being open at the top. We are open. Because Ernest Holmes knew that we didn't know everything, and now we're learning so much more. And we've got some great people out there that are writing books, that are doing lectures, that are teaching us more. And with quantum physics, it just validates this philosophy. We are open at the top. We are continuing to grow. We are continuing to learn more about who we are and how we showed up. Can you imagine being like way back in the caveman days when life just started evolving? And then there's thunderstorms and there's things coming from the sky. Of course you're going to think it's something out there that's doing it. It's not in here, but it's just the climate. It's just the earth. It's just the atmosphere. And yet, we all get a chance to embrace that. And embracing that, on the 31st, it is at 4 a.m., is the World Prayer for Peace. The World Prayer for Peace is a very powerful thing, and some people are like, "Oh, I don't want to get up at 4 a.m. I will make sure that next week we have the link that's out there, because there is the Maine Center for Spiritual Living. They are hosting a World Prayer for Peace online. But coming here at 4 a.m. is magical. It's a beautiful thing. You know, it's dark outside. We come in and just meditate for an hour. And it's encouraged to all churches, not just Centers for Spiritual Living, but all over the world. And we do 4 a.m. because that's the time in France that is noon, and it works for everyone. So years ago, they came together, and it's like collaboratively, if we get enough people, that critical mass, thinking peace, focusing on peace, there will be a shift. It's the tipping point. It's like the 100th monkey. Some of you have read the book. It's called The 100th Monkey. It came out in the 70s by Ken Keyes. And he talked about these scientists that went to a remote island, and they would roll sweet potatoes out to the monkeys. And, there's sand on it, and the monkeys are eating the sweet potatoes. One day, one of the sweet potatoes rolled into the water, and the little monkey that ate it, he's like, oh. I'm just doing monkey language, and I'm thinking what the monkey's probably thinking. It's like, oh, it tastes so much better without all the sand. I don't have to spit all that out. So he's showing his little monkey family and his little monkey friends, wash off your sweet potatoes. All of a sudden, it hit the 100th monkey, or the critical mass. It maybe wasn't 100, but it was the critical mass. All of a sudden, monkeys all over the world were washing off their sweet potatoes. So hitting that critical mass is something that all religions have known about. When we hit that critical mass, there's a change in belief system. There's a shift in the universe. And I'm knowing that we're helping with that shift by being the peace that we want to see in the world. As Gandhi would say, be the peace you want to see. So let me be peaceful. Let me be at that love space. And if I give the love away, it's going to come back. I always say the universe always knows. There's karma. It's that what I put out comes back. These are things from the Bible. What you put out comes back. Ask and it's given. So we want to get clear about the things that we want. Drama-free life. I have a loving, perfect, a beautiful life with wonderful, successful children. And trust me, I could go on and on all day about that. So really taking a look at our own selves. I was reading a story about two tribes, and one said, oh, you're different. Go away. The other tribe said, oh, you're different. Teach me. Let me learn from you. Let me understand. The more we open ourselves up to understanding, to listening, to understand what makes other people tick, it's like, oh, that's different than what I think, but great. And maybe it just adds a little something to what I do. Little spice, a little flair to the cosmic soup that we are. So getting a chance to really love ourselves. Hafez, the great poet, said, even after all this time, the sun never says to the earth, you owe me. Look what happens with a little love like that. It lights the whole sky. So we want to light up the sky. We want to be part of the tribe that says, hey, let me learn from you. Let me understand you. Let me honor your path. It might be different than my path, but there it is. And being one of those loving people, in the Buddhists, they call it the bodhisattva. I'm not saying it quite right, I don't think. The bodhisattva. It's somebody who's kind and loving, somebody who gives, somebody who puts others' needs in front of themselves, knowing that as they give, they always receive. So there were 3 men walking in the desert, hot, needing some water, needing some space to relax from the hot, hot sun. And they see this wall, so they run towards this big wall, and 2 of them help one over. And in his excitement, seeing what's on the other side, he just jumped over and left them. So the one helped the next one up onto the wall, and seeing the excitement on the other side, he jumped over and left. The other one struggled and climbed and worked and got to the top of the wall, and he saw the beautiful Garden of Eden with water and flowers and plants, vegetation, so much goodness there. He climbed back down into the desert to go tell other people, let me help you up. Let me help you get to the other side. That's part of community. That's part of love. That's part of being the bodhisattva. And would you do the things that you do, help somebody else out, go see a neighbor who doesn't have any guests, do something kind for someone. You are embracing that beautiful bodhisattva. You are the helpers in the world, making life better. And as we come together in community, because it takes a whole community to make this thing work. So making sure that we're taking time to love ourselves, be in our shoes, be present, be aware of what we're saying. And if you're creating and magnetizing things to you that it's like, I don't know where that came from, Instead of beating yourself up, forgive yourself and move forward. Well, whatever happened, and this is my little creation here, or however this showed up in my world, let me forgive myself, let me move forward, and let me be conscious of the words that I'm saying to myself all day long, because I learned 2 important things in life. First of all, you can't get out of life alive. We're all going to make that transition. And the second is that you always get to live with yourself. Yay! Everybody else may come and go, but we always get to live with ourselves. No matter where we go, there we are. So loving ourselves just as we are, just as we aren't, and being mindful of, this showed up in my life. What words or thoughts or judgments might I have been having? And let me clean that up. Let me step into a new space where there's love and peace and harmony. Back in the 70s when we had like 3 channels, Star Trek was on, and I'm not a Trekkie, but Star Trek was on, and I thought, I'm going to watch it because I'm just here, home, doing this. And so there was a scene where Captain Kirk kept bumping into this wall. It was an invisible wall. And Spock said, that is the wall of resistance. You need to lower your resistance. Because sometimes we might bump into walls that we have to take a breath, lower the resistance, and step to the other side. Knowing that life is rolling out the red carpet in life for each and every one of us, and seeing it that way. The more you can love yourself, honor yourself, and not in an egotistical way. Because let me tell you, this morning a little bit, I was getting into a little bit of ego without, well, excuse me. Yeah, because when people are like, well, my church is the best, and it's like, great, I'm glad you have a path. And then I had to lower my resistance to be able to step to the other side to get to love. Because sometimes we want to step into that judgment, and let me put that judgment down, let me love you just as you are, and know that I am lovable just as I am, and that I'm on the right and perfect path for me, and it works. It works really well. So love yourself as you are. Play out loud. Live out loud. Love yourself fully. And make it the best day ever. And so it is. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. So as we go into prayer, I'm going to do a closing prayer right here. I was thinking about my 2 granddaughters. One's 4, one's 6, and the 4-year-old, the youngest, was just staring at me the other day, and I'm like, do you need something? She's like, no, I'm just loving you. So I want you to know I'm just loving you. And so as we go inside our heart of hearts, closing our eyes for a moment to all distractions, being fully present individually in the body that you're in, breathing in the fullness of life. And as you exhale, just letting go of anything that doesn't serve you, any thoughts, any memories, any entities, anything that doesn't serve you. As we just let that go. Stepping forward in life, knowing that there is one mind, one power, one infinite intelligence that is guiding and directing us. All we need to do is listen, tune in, tap in. And in that, tuning in, tapping in, we are charged up, we are plugged into that divine spirit, knowing that it is flowing with ease, with grace, with love, with excitement, listening to our inner intuition, that is spirit speaking to us loudly and clearly as we follow those beautiful messages from spirit. You can hear the echoes. You are love, you are beautiful, you are brilliant. The universe would not be the same had you not shown up. Each and every person is an individualized expression of spirit, that we just embrace that. That is the gift. And in great, great gratitude for each and every one, I just release my word into the universal action of the law, knowing all is well. And so it is. Thank you. All good.
We have a Christmas song for you. I have a good. And it's literally called the Christmas song. Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows a turkey and some mistletoe help to make the spirit bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh. And every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas, Merry Christmas to you. Thank you very much.
Oh, my goodness. All right. Let's see, where am I?
I believe this is our giving time, and I would like the choir to come up and help me for this, please.
Thank you. Because of oh, where am I at? I'm so lost. Oh, here I am. I got it. Yeah. Thank you, Reverend Valerie. I'm loving you. Now it's time for our giving, so please take a moment to join me in appreciation for this beautiful community and the science of mind philosophy. We know that we live in an abundant universe. There is always more than enough to share and to spare. We use this time to open up the flow of abundance and circulate the energy and gratitude. We appreciate your contributions of any kind to support the center. In addition to placing your offering in the basket today, there's various ways you can contribute to the center, and the information is up on the monitors. Because of you, our service and experiences here together continue to be possible, and the possibilities are definitely growing. Thank you for your support to the vision of this center and to our philosophy. Now I invite the ushers to come forward, and we thank you for your service as well. Please. I'm already confused.
When I see them approach, I go, yeah.
Please join me in reading aloud our declaration of affirmation giving, located inside your program on the left side of, and also on the monitors. Divine love consecrates my gift. It goes forth to heal, prosper, and bless. It is evidence of my conviction that God is the source and substance of my supply. I joyously contribute to the vision of this spiritual center, knowing that it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
choir. That was fun. And thank you to all of you here, knowing that we are blessed by the offerings. Whatever we give out comes back to us abundantly overflowing. And so it is. Thank you.
Could I have the practitioners stand for a moment, please? There they are. As a reminder, our practitioner team is here to serve you. Please reach out to one of our experienced licensed practitioners for prayer, especially if you're going through a challenge in your life. They are here to know the truth for you. We have a prayer request box that's in the garden room. It's checked regularly. Our prayer team loves to pray for you and with you. And thank you, practitioners, for your service. We are greatly appreciated. And you may enjoy your seats, and thank you. Come join us back here Sunday, December 24th, for our Christmas Eve candle lighting service with Reverend Valerie, followed by fellowship and hot chocolate and ginger treats in the social hall. All is well, life is good, and we are truly blessed. Have a great week, everyone. And before we close our service with the circle, we have a special guest, Zane, who I would like to welcome to this and share about ecstatic dance coming to us on December 30th. Zane. Thank you, Zane. Who's new?
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
I just wanted to briefly shout out Valerie real quick because that speech was beautiful.
Thank you.
I was thinking about the A-frame of the building, how it's an upside-down V, how we all are gathered here in so many different people and religions and ascending up into one. So I just thought it was cool.
I like that.
But Ecstatic Dance is happening December 30th from 6 to 9 p.m. So excited. For those who aren't familiar with ecstatic dance, I'll just briefly share what it is. It's a space where you come to quiet the mind and get deeper into your body. And there's no right or wrong way to dance. It's just allowing your body to freeform and move however it wants to. And there are a couple rules for that safe space to happen. And there's no alcohol, no drugs, no shoes, and no talking or conversations, chit-chatting. And we'll be doing a brief opening and closing circle to get everyone connected and feeling present. And the intention behind the music is something called timelessness. And it's inspired from the Gene Keys, if anyone is familiar with those. I'm not going to go into a TED Talk on those right now, but basically they're just a spiritual tool that kind of help us all dig deeper into our authentic selves, and both as individuals and as a unity consciousness. I started working on the music for this months ago, hoping to manifest it into this exact building, and I'm so excited because last year I got to attend, and it was just so beautiful. And the music is going to take you through a journey of time and the eras of music throughout it. So we're asking everyone to come dressed in your favorite era of time, whether it be the Vikings or the 80s, or the future of what you think it will look like. So I believe there are some flyers in the garden room as well, and I hope to see you all there.
Great.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Zane. That was very well done. Now it's time to get together in a circle and close up this wonderful service with the song, God Makes Me Want to Sing. Thank you, Chris.
All right.
I can't help it.
God makes me want to sing. Thank you.
I
Can't help it. God makes me want to sing.
It makes me feel so good. I can do
Anything. I can't help it. God makes me want to sing.
good, I can do anything. It makes me feel so good, I can do anything.
Beautiful flute today, too. Thank you. Thank